Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Ainul Imai binti Zulnarisma, and today I'm going to present to you my Myers-Briggs type indicator, which also known as MBTI. For introduction about myself, my MBTI is INFJT, and mostly about me, I am the emotional but still aware old soul, and I'm a silent caretaker. I'm an overthinker but with a purpose, and lastly, I am the kind of person who feels everything, which is if it's something's off, I can already sense it from the first part. So you might be wondering what my MBTI INFJ stands for. Alright, so I stands for introversion, N stands for intuition, F stands for feeling, and J stands for judging. Alright, so for my personality traits, first of all, I am a private, selective, and guarded, which I prefer to think things through first before I share ideas, and I only share ideas when I feel safe. For example, I only share my only secret to my only friend. Alright, so for the second, I highly empathetic, which I really consider others' perspectives and which helps me and my teamwork and problem solving. But I can get easily distracted if I get too overwhelmed by many emotions. So emotions can be part of it. And third of all, I'm also emotionally sensitive but strong, because sometimes some people when people give me some feedbacks, it kind of affects me deeply, which can cause me stress, but I use it to reflect and improve my learning. And for the last one, I'm idealistic and purpose driven, which I'll learn best when the topic feels meaningful or aligns with their values. But I may lose interest in unimportant material, so I need to not get distracted easily. So yes. Alright, so for my personal examples, I can say that when someone gives me a feedback, like I said in before the slide, even though it's a gentle feedback, gentle advice, I can feel it very deeply, which I might worry about it at first, but it kind of pushes me to reflect myself and improve myself, which is also strengthening my my problem solving. Okay, so for the next one, I really prefer to observe first and reflect before I speak, because it shows that how I process information internally, and I always think deeply before expressing my ideas, which is also a key for my learning part. So last but not least, I always notice others' emotions first, because I don't know, that is also my talent, that I can read people's faces, and I always understand it can make me understand social cues and perspective, and which strengthens my collaborative learning and comprehension of human behavior or context. Me as a student, I mostly learn at a normal pace, not too fast, not too slow. But it depends on the situation and interest, and I always process information internally and deeply, especially when learning has meaning. But I also may struggle in some overly rushed or emotionally unsupportive learning environment. And as a future teacher, I may design my lesson with flexible pacing to suit different learners, such as slow like low proficiency and high proficiency. And I also create a safe and empathetic classroom environment. So I do want to listen to some quiet student and emotionally student, or maybe sensitive student. And lastly, I can balance structure with reflection, discussion, and emotional support. And finally, this approach makes learning growth with deep reflection, empathy, and a strong sense of purpose. And I can adapt my pace depending on the situation and value meaningful understanding over speed. So these traits guide how I think, learn, and support others in a thoughtful way and compassionate way. So that's all from me, and thank you for watching.